Google. Google search is dying. This is the topic that people are talking about all the day recently. And is that true? Do I think so? That's what we're going to talk about today. And I will show you the evidence why I think Google search is dying. So before we dive in, if you would like to receive more technology analysis video like this, don't forget to subscribe. So, do I think Google search is dying? Absolutely. This is really just my personal experience. I didn't really do literature review, A/B testing, but my personal experience is Google search results quality is dropping a lot, and there are a few reasons. And this is the article that people wrote, and they kind of went viral on Hacker News. So a lot of people are talking this, and this is not the only article that people really talking about this. There are multiple articles, and all of them went viral. Why? Because a lot of people have similar experience with Google search lately. Okay, so let's just see. They're saying a lot of people search something, a query on Google, but they search with a word, Reddit. And when I saw this, immediately, this is really what I did. I did this all the time. Why? Because usually when I type just a query, I got some very bad results. Those are websites that people highly optimize for SEO, and then those things just not high quality. If your websites are really optimized for SEO, that doesn't mean your websites will provide good content. So that's the issue, the divergence between good search results and high rank search results and high quality content is too much in Google search. So for example, what I want to show you is when can I exercise after injury. So I recently got injury and I want to know when can I start exercising. And I do this on Google. There are multiple sites, and when I click, almost every site are saying similar things. I just feel they are maybe copying each other's and just try to optimize these websites for SEO. And 5 do's and 5 don'ts, those things are very general. Don't rush back too quickly. Who doesn't know this? What I want to know is what kind of principle is that? What example can you give me? What kind of a matrix I can measure? When should I go back? Otherwise, how would you know? Don't rush back too quickly. So this is the thing. And check with your doctor. This is, of course, everyone will say this. I think it's just not informative. Start with a small goals. Who doesn't know this? And don't ignore pains. These are very generic advice, and they're not really helping. And we can just see some other things, see if they are saying the same thing. I just want to let you see yourself. So they are basically saying something, the journey, routine is key, lose the ego, write the loss. Okay, I just don't see too much meaningful information that I can really use to decide to measure my recovery plan. And just very similar. If you search other things, you will also get similar things. And most of them actually are content marketing for SEO. And that's why I type a query for the same thing, but I plus Reddit. I want to see what Reddit say. And what I saw was basically, you know what I saw? So what I saw was this post. This is a really great post. It's a physical therapist sharing that keep working out if you get injured. So it's saying if you are the part of your injury, the part of your body that got injured, you shouldn't move it right away, but you should continue moving other stuff. And as long as the other part of your body is not that pain, doesn't feel that pain, you should start a small exercise with that, like increase the intensity, like increase the strength of the muscle. And this is what he suggested. And it's really authentic and sharing his like opinions, experience. It's really honest experience. This is really the thing I want to know. And he even share a lot more useful links here. So this is really good, really good. It's just much more meaningful information and somebody debating these things, because sometimes you see certain information you don't know if that's true. It's very hard to fact check certain things, and you can see some other people debating here. It's just not like this kind of articles. They just somebody says very generic thing and you don't know that's true or not. And a lot of the information are based on like 20 years ago scientific literature review and never updated. And like this guy's actually updated a lot of information, and he says he's a licensed physical therapist, and he always even wrote a book. So it's a link. Reddit is really a good way that brings people, interesting people together, and discuss certain questions, certain problems. And it's very authentic. They don't do this for SEO. They don't do this for content marketing. So I would rather just dig into these things. I'm not saying you should trust everyone on Reddit. Definitely not. But you can get a lot of different kinds of input. Decide by yourself. It's really better than those optimized websites for SEOs. So that's my thing. So that's the first reason why Google's results is going bad. So it's SEO thing, because so many people, their full-time job is to game Google search engine, right? So a lot of people that just generated contents that's not so high quality, but still got ranked very high in Google search engine. And then another reason this person proposed is AI, because they are kind of being smart. Google engine trying to be smart, but not giving you the best match, the stream match results. I disagree, because I think Google's AI is tremendously good. It really knows what you mean, and it will return you results. And you can always use a quote operator so you can get exact match, right? So I do think the major reason is SEO, and also they're optimizing for revenue, because if you could bring up those big websites, probably they will increase some. I'm not really sure about that, but at least they are optimizing for revenue for ad displays here. Sometimes you can see the first 4-5 results are Google ads. So this is another reason, but the major reason is SEO. People are gaming for that, and this is the problem that Google cannot solve, because every search engine, if it's big enough, people will aim for that, right? Let's say tomorrow Google is replaced by Google Doc, then people will try to optimize for Google Doc, and you will still see a lot of content marketing blogs, which quality are not so high. Okay, so that's the reason why people search adding Reddit into their query, because they just provide much better information, much better quality information. That's what I think. And another interesting thing is program actually posted this when to social media peak. So you can see MySpace peaked in 2007, and Facebook peaked in 2012. And what's interesting is like Instagram is still like peaked 2 years ago, but for Reddit, it's still growing. It's such a 10-year-old social media, but it's still growing. It's very rare. You rarely see a social media that growing 10 years later. Instagram is the one that's closest. It's like 9 year old, but still growing. And Reddit is very interesting exception. All right, so that's just showing maybe in the future, a lot more people will do something similar to me. As long as you are a Reddit user, you will eventually do the things like I'm doing right now, because you can get very, very quality results by using search engine, Google search. All right, and they will direct more people and the stickiness to Reddit. All right, so that's some of my opinion. And if you would like to receive more technology review, technology related videos like this, don't forget to subscribe. Other than that, I will see you next time.